It took a few hours, but you had to wait a month. Oh, that's interesting. So did it get automatically approved then? Or did you have to go through the whole forum post thing? If you use SimToolkit Pro, there's an automatic chatbot. Oh, is there? I didn't know that. I didn't know I had a chatbot feature. You still have to make the post. Right, okay. You got approved in seconds, so it sounds like they have automated it then. You can apply, Benar, but based on your chat history I've seen, I don't think you're going to get in, if I'm honest. So, feel free to apply. Feel free to waste your time applying. Right, we're coming up on 10,000. Let's make sure we've got accurate barrow. 10,000, landing lights off. You're welcome, Ben. Following since August. Yeah, you won't get in. Like, you know, the minimum things that we look for in any moderator application are that you've been around the channel for a little while, like a few months ideally. We can look at some chat history, we can see how you interact. It does make it a bit more difficult for lurkers to become a mod because we can't look at any chat. But, you know, it's one of the things we like to see. Cloud layer is weird, isn't it? Mr. Wilco0209, thank you for subbing, welcome. I'm wondering what the en route clouds are going to be like. Whether we'll get up and over that, I don't know. Just have to see how it goes. So currently, this is interesting. Currently, down at the destination. At the destination currently, it's overcast at 2,900 feet with light rain. This is going to be a fun approach. Crew Brew, thank you for the bits. Good morning from a cool and cloudy Wisconsin. Good morning. Thank you for the bits. So the current meta is and that was 30 minutes ago. We'll have to see what happens when we get a bit nearer. But if that was the case, then with the winds being what they are, 060 at 9 knots. I would probably go in with the RNAV. They don't have an ILS, and I wouldn't want to go in on 05 visual, because visual at overcast 2900 is not going to happen. So we'd probably go in on RNAV 11, sorry, RNAV 11, unless that changes. We've got a fair way to go at the moment, but we'll see. So we'll plan for the RNAV 11 at the moment. Good news is it looks like we're going to be way over all this mess. Niels, thank you for 26 months. Hope all is well. All is fine so far. Thank you, Niels. Trying to work out where I get this Navigraph beta from. Oh wow, look at that. Clouds are fine that direction. I remember seeing an email about it. Flight Simulator 2020 nav data update service now in beta. You can use these apps from your downloads. Albeit in beta, the update service makes a significant difference. The service adds airports that are currently missing in the sim. And missing procedures, blah blah blah. To participate in the beta test, go to our support forum and download the client. Okay, beta test for Microsoft Flight Sim. Quit your simulator before installing, download from here. What is the sim doing? 1 second. Okay. Now that's a bug I've never seen before. I have never seen this bug. How do we get out of this bug? Cycle the avionics power. Doesn't make a jot of difference. I literally, look, avionics off, battery master all off, everything's off. Battery master on, avionics on. Rip. It happened to you last night. I have never seen that one.
Through transition altitude.
Resize window doesn't fix it. I think we're going to have to restart. I don't know how else to fix that. D-Storm, make sure you turn the starters off. It kind of looks like most stuff has been turned off. Oh, that one was not turned off. Wait, I turned... What? I had that turned off. No way. No way. I definitely did that. As if. Okay, let me cycle the autopilot in a second. Dumper. AP. That is the weirdest thing. What on earth? It happened to you last night, D-Storm. And can I just ask, D-Storm, did that happen to you because you'd left one of the engine starts on? Is that... and you turned it off and it all came back? If you leave the starter on, it always happens. Wow. Well, that's a new one. I need to go back and look at the VOD because, like, I always go through the same thing. I always click that off and then I do that one. That's really weird. But then knowing the hitboxes in this, maybe I accidentally knocked something back on. Okay, well, that was interesting. I love when you sit back, relax, touch nothing, and suddenly hear a click for some random switch. I did hear that click. I definitely heard a click at some point and thinking, what was that click? I think it happened just after pushback. I remember the plane pushing back and I heard a click and I didn't know what it was, and I bet you that's the point where that engaged. Blimey. I mentioned yesterday that for a GA flight there's a 3% chance of at least one instrument having issues. I guess I just rolled a 3. Alright, well, no massive harm done. Where does it show the auxiliary tank? Interesting. Auxiliary transfer override auto. At least your engine didn't shut off. Yeah. Be thankful for small mercies. We're still in the game. It was a bit scary, but we're still in the game. Thank you for that, D-Storm. D-Storm saved the day. I guess I'm quite lucky in that it happened to D-Storm last night. The King shows auxiliary when you push the switch down. I was lucky enough to have a King rated pilot show me around this thing. Nice. Yeah, I've not had issues with the King Air's autopilot. That is the first thing that's substantially gone wrong on the King Air for me. Right, 300 knot ground speed, that'll do. I love how you implemented the Stream Decks are using hotkeys or SimConnect hotkeys. There isn't really a good SimConnect solution yet, I don't think. I mean, maybe if Spad.next had a Stream Deck plugin, life would be golden because I could bridge the SimConnect to the Stream Deck. But as it stands, if this window is not in focus and I press the button on here, nothing happens because it sends the button to whatever's in focus. Whereas if it went by a SimConnect, that wouldn't be the case. There you go, 48 fuel flow, that'll do. Fluffy. Isn't there some sort of VJoy Stream Deck plugin? I haven't looked at VJoy. There's a Stream Deck plugin to talk to Microsoft Flight Sim using SimConnect, but you have to get the values to use from the SDK. Yeah, I think, I'll wait until life's a little bit easier. I'm not really one of those people who wants to spend hours trying to hack that together. How does VJoy work if you want to bridge Stream Deck to Microsoft Flight Sim? There is a SimConnect plugin for Stream Deck. I made it so that there's you can see the gear position. That's interesting, Roadflow. How do you do that? Pilots ATT. I've got a feeling they sent me a key for that. I haven't tried it this week. I've been too busy. You've tried setting up your wheel pedals as rudders using VJoy and UCR. Default clouds, yeah. You run a program that links to VJoy and then it acts as another controller in games. Demac, the bot's a bit weird at the moment, so just have to cut it some slack. The SimConnect plugin allows the Stream Deck button icons to depend on the state of the sim. Where do I get it from? Where do I get the SimConnect Stream Deck plugin? Search Class Echo on Etsy. It's a touchscreen SPAD Next SimConnect controller. The boss has no emotion. That's very true. Sabia, 50 months. When I started watching your streams, you just started to do it full time. Wow. It worked out, Sabia. Still going, mate. Spad.next has Stream Deck support. It's in beta. I've been using it. It's pretty good. Somebody said... Didn't somebody say earlier, though, but to use it, you have to start looking up stuff in the SDK? I don't remember when I fired up Spad.next. I don't remember it showing the Stream Deck as a device. That would be so cool if they got that working. Japan. I did have a quick look at P-Cloud on the phone, and I went on YouTube as well to see if somebody was showing P-Cloud, the client side of it. I mean, it looks okay from a client side. It doesn't seem to integrate with the Explorer like Dropbox does. Yeah, so you see how you get like random clouds like that. Because somebody was saying earlier, how accurately does it model live weather? And the answer is I don't know, but you can see that it's highly irregular. I don't mind weatherfly with a yoke or a joystick, I really don't mind. I'd say approaches are easy with a yoke, but if you're doing more maneuver stuff, then arguably the stick is easier. Carl Downs, thank you 46. Thank you, sir. Dan Rofat, 26 months, thank you. We've still got a 296 ground speed, which is really nice, but we're only burning 49 gallons per hour. I'll take that. I wonder why they decided to put the exhaust down the inside like that. To keep the pilot warm. Yeah, never thought of that. Man, it is super cloudy, look at this. Nope, I am not using Rex. Although Rex have sent me a key, so I guess, you know, if I get some time this week, I'll have a look at Rex and evaluate it. I've heard mixed things about it. Yeah, there is an exhaust on both sides, Yavheta, which makes me wonder, did they need to do it that way, or was it just more efficient? I don't know. I just find it weird throwing hot exhaust gases down the inside. Do we need another weather engine? I think from what I've read, Langeveld, and I am getting mixed reports, but some people are saying that Rex is more accurate, but it snaps the injection more. Like it's not as transitional as Microsoft Flight Sim. And I think the summary was, it kind of feels like an intermediate product until Microsoft weather engine's working as it should. It's not like we need an active sky because the clouds already look really good. But I think the problem is the accuracy of the weather injection at the moment. Rex was a disappointment. The local weather is indeed much more accurate, but the transitions, yeah. That's one thing that I don't want to live with, is weather snapping. I used to hate that. Isn't the current live weather delayed? Yeah, I believe it is delayed. Some people in the Honor Discord said Rex caused overGs with the weather transition. Woof. It seems buggy, yeah. They should not have brought out a piece of software that didn't, like, 100% make things better, in my opinion. If you're going to bring out some kind of a weather thing, you're basically saying that what Microsoft have given us is not good enough, and this is better. So if your thing is not substantially, visibly better, you shouldn't really bring it out. And if that means it's buggy, you don't bring it out. Swig, thank you for 2 months. Been watching your Twitch VODs on YouTube every night for the past year when I go to sleep, and it really helps me relax. Thank you, Swig. Some people want to be first no matter what. First is not always the right thing, though. Yeah, I mean, it could be that. I mean, that would be really unfortunate, Lolsocket, if that was the case. If it is like a cash grab before things get fixed. I don't know. I mean, I'm not unhappy with this. But if it's not accurate with what's going on, it's going to make online flying more difficult. It's not the end of the world, but... Yeah, Floating Fat Man, that's exactly right. Yeah, I mean, I think they tried to stop people from doing weather engines. Like, they didn't publish stuff, or they hid some stuff, I can't remember. I have never tried Poscom, no. Right, let's have a look, see if things have changed at all. Overcast 2900 light rain, that's not updated. That's still saying 1300 BST. So that is now, it must be every hour. So if we wait another 5 minutes, we should get a newer weather report. So we'll just wait another 5 minutes. Hopefully the weather will update. Good morning, Randy Pep. Is it really every hour? It's kind of lame. It gives you the game time transition. Normally, most automated weather does tend to be on the hour. Unless it's changing rapidly, at which point they'll sometimes do it more frequently. Livery blend. The livery is really nice. Duke Norris, I love the livery. On the Kinga and the TBM, it looks fantastic. Like the glossy black and the chrome, just, I don't know. I'm really happy with it. We've got Sir Blackie to thank for that. It does look very shiny, which is what I like about it. It's very, like, glossy black. Any news on upcoming planes? Do you mean in the sim? I don't know. Now we just need a squirrel avatar inside. Blimey. Let's see. Should we go for 30 minutes, mods? Let's go for 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes, like, is long enough for him to have a think about what kind of a annoying person he's really being. And if he comes back and carries on, mods, feel free to just make that permanent. But, yeah, he's just starting to get on everybody's nerves a bit now, so... Consider that a shot across the bow, sir. Where's the tail number? The tail number's here. Unfortunately, you can't... You can bake the tail number into the livery, which nobody really wants, or you can let the sim put it in, and you can't really control it very well at the moment, so... The only way to see that properly is to make the underside of the plane dark colour. Well, yeah, he wanted to be a mod. No, he didn't. He wanted to buy a cap. No, he didn't. He just wanted to be annoying. No, that's what I'm saying, Zugoku. If we could make it black, we would. We can't control the colour of it. So Blackie said he can't move it and he can't control the colour of it. Just have to wait for Microsoft Flight Sim to give us more flexibility. J-Lo, thank you for subbing. It'd be amazing if that was actually the real J-Lo, wouldn't it? You know, if actually J-Lo, like Jennifer Lopez, was on Twitch and she loves flight sims, and she came in and just subbed, we'd be like, whoa, this is cool. J-Lo, she's into flight sims. Firefighter, I'd love to be able... The heck was that? Why are we suddenly, like, veered to the left when we should be turning right? 1 second. Okay, that's super weird. I'd love to be able to sell the caps, but I've not looked for a proper solution yet. I kind of wanted to use Amazon's service for that, but I never really progressed it. Yeah, Blackmo, I won't be adding any bright blue stripes on that livery, I can assure you of that. It's doing some pretty weird LNAV stuff right now. Not really sure what it's doing. I think it's settling down. You probably need high quantities to use Amazon stores. No, you don't need high quantities. You basically put them in touch with the supplier and they can automate the orders. But you pay for the warehouse space. So you pay for the shelf space. You always pay for that. That's like a monthly fee. So if you're not really moving enough caps, you're going to end up losing money. Put it that way. Alright, let's see if the weather updated at all. Still 1300 Zulu. I should have updated by now. Let me have a quick look online. CYZE. It's currently saying 060 at 9 knots, which is not a million miles away from this. 060 at 9 knots is exactly what it's saying there. Overcast at a height of 33,000 feet, light rain. Well, it says overcast at 2,900, light rain, so this is pretty close. So I think we'll go with that. In which case, we shall plan an RNAV approach into 1-1 via BEVEB is what we'd want. And we have no approaches in the plane. Thanks.
Destination AWAS is 128.725.
See, that's really frustrating. Because the nav data's not there in the background effectively. Let's see if we can add BEVEB as an en route waypoint and do it semi-manually. No matches found for BEVEB. Okay. No matches found for BOSIP. It kind of feels like it doesn't have any Canadian data. Like, none of these waypoints. You know, BEVEB's not in there, BOSIP's not in there. We've got nothing to come down to, annoyingly, and we're going to be overcast at like 3,000 feet. Axana's not in there. I can't do Navigraph injection now. I'd have to restart the sim. Okay, well, we're going to have to somehow kludge this together. We'll select that as the route that we want. There's not even like a VOR around here, there's just nothing. The nearest VOR is APN. We'll just have to try and vector ourselves in, that's all we can do. You could try the real no GPS version, do a radio landing. Huh? So, that's gonna get fun. Well, this is a fairly long runway. Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting approach because we can't load any approach data. If I had a VOR, I could, you know, kludge something together. While its ATC comes in here, it would have vectored you in. I take it you like the product. Well, I'm definitely going to install the Navigraph beta, but not now. We can't do it now. I'll have to do it probably tomorrow. Try and get the data updated, because that is frustrating to say the least. This is how you flew the sim before trying out any planning software, D-Storm. What, winging it? Yeah, but you can't install it with the sim running, Leanne. It says you have to close the sim before you install it, so... There's no VOR. There's nothing to get a fix from. You know, looking at ForeFlight, there's just nothing to get a fix from. It's kind of frustrating. I mean, considering the weather they have up there, you'd think there would be loads of navigational stuff. You think the Wright brothers had a VOR? I've already downloaded the Navigraph XE. When you're ready, shut down the Microsoft Flight Sim, click to update the data, it goes in community. It took a minute or two. You have to sign in though, you have to log in and stuff. Which means I have to dig out my Navigraph account details. Taz, yeah, that felt a bit weird to me. This has been nothing but cloud all the way. So APN's coming up, 7 minutes to get there. Then we need to think about our descent down. So it's 623 foot elevation. So if we go down to 2,600 on final, that should give us a reasonable run. 2,600 will put us 2,000 above the airfield, but we'll be below the cloud layer. So that should be, I think, our target altitude. So put that on 2,600. And then we'll just have to go visual and get in. Press the approach button and close your eyes. No thanks. Larry, I think you have to restart your sim when your AP does that. Can't even set up your HOTAS on squadrons. It works okay for me. Oh, the weather now, the weather's changed. It's now overcast at 3,500 with light rain, so the weather has actually lifted. The visibility is still 8 statute miles. And the temperature is 5 Celsius, which means as we descend through the cloud, we're going to need anti-ice. So when we begin our descent, we're going to have to think about anti-ice and allow ourselves, bearing in mind it's going to take us straight towards the airfield, we want to go to Bev. Yeah, it's going to be a fun approach. Jehovah Martinez, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. So we're going to be descending about 20,000 feet, so we need at least 60 nautical for that. But that's direct. We want to do it by Bev, if possible. So we want to be 60 nautical from Bev, we want to descend, but it doesn't know what Bev is. Squirrel Galactic? Shouldn't that be Galactic Squirrel? Because you've got Air Squirrel. Well, I suppose you've got Squirrel Logistics. So yeah. The Road Flare, thank you very much for subbing as well. Welcome. The Japan flight today has some elevation to get over on the hops. Not really. We're going to be going round stuff. We're not necessarily going direct. So for example, let's see. So this bit's fine through here. This bit is not exactly what we'll be doing. I was planning on going this way, but we're going to be... I forget who it was now. They found an airport over here somewhere. So we're thinking of going that way, but I might not. I might just carry on and go this way. So we go through that valley rather than try and land there. And the rest of it's fine. There's only really this bit that's elevated. Right, so when we get to, when we make our turn now at 8 PM, we're going to start descending. Because according to 4Flight, there's the 50 nautical outer ring there, which means 60 is about here. So yeah, we're going to have to descend to get to... We don't need to be at 2600 by Bev. But we also need to slow down on that leg there and get set up. Because we're going to have to vector ourselves in, so we don't want to leave it too late. So yeah, I think at 8 PM we'll start descending. It's cloudy in Japan. Dude, it's always cloudy in Japan. As long as the cloud layer is high, we're fine. Yeah, but El Plagiato, it's not possible to create a flight plan which takes us over all the scenic stuff and goes direct to runways. So we just have to go between runways and hope that it works out. It'll be fine. It'll still be fun. Yeah, Swig, there is a YouTube video about Squadron, just like a first look at it, if you want more information. And I did a stream on it yesterday, if you want to see some gameplay. The single-player campaign's quite fun. The multiplayer stuff is chaotic. Space combat is pretty chaotic. But, you know, it's quite an authentic Star Wars feel to it. What did you do? Why is it when it wants to turn left, it goes right? Yeah, the creaking sounds. What on earth is that about? Sounds like we're in an old home or something. Warcraft, have you heard about the flight to nowhere by Qantas? I have not. I have not heard anything about this. Scandinavian flag. Left is the new right, yeah. This outlap seems to be a bit more buggy than it used to be. Right, we're 50 nautical from Beveb, so we're actually going to have to descend a little bit quicker than I thought. Minus 32 outside. Lovely. Proper Canadian weather. Yeah, I'm going to get the anti-ice when we hit the cloud layer. Minus 32 this time of year on the ground here in Canada. It's just nuts. It's like when Northern Alec comes in and goes, oh yeah, it's minus 45 outside. And you're like, wait, what? Fahrenheit, no Celsius. What? Right. Engine anti-ice is on, pitot heat's on, windshield is on, props on. We need to turn off the inertial separator before we actually land. Lehagan, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome, Lehagan.
Position altitude. Nearest altimeter.
Okay, so local pressure from standard now. Your parents' house is 50 nautical miles to the west-southwest. Nice. Mr. Moorcroft, they're doing a 7-hour scenic flight, takes off and lands from Sydney Airport. Wait, Moorcroft, is this like a real flight? So they're basically getting people to come and take a flight on a plane where you just go on a scenic trip and then land again in the middle of Corona. That's interesting. That's a weird view, isn't it? Dive, dive, dive. Sold out in 10 minutes? I like the idea of it, to be fair. A scenic trip from Sydney to Sydney. I bet the other airlines copy that to get their planes flying and get their pilots doing stuff. I bet the other airlines start doing it. Well, that's true, Neo, yeah. I wonder how much a ticket was. Gone full soup. Between 700 and 3,700 Australian dollars. How many Australian dollars to a pound? E-bold, I don't, to be honest, mate. Once I can get the SIM Connect stuff working, I'm gonna go down that road, I think. Dynex, I haven't listed all my SIM equipment yet. I've got my studio equipment and my PC equipment, but not all this stuff yet. That is some serious cloud. Mr. Blackbird, thank you for 70 months. Good morning to you. We're doing well. Just a bit scared by this next landing because we have no procedures and no waypoints. And in fact, what I'm actually going to do is start vectoring ourselves a bit better by looking at what ForeFlight is saying. Because I want to go to BevEb. Or at least try and go to BevEb. That's a Honeycomb Alpha, yeah. Okay, we're on track BevEb at the moment. NDB now go by. I don't see it. Okay, landing lights coming on under 10,000. It's a great view. Oh yeah. This is why you need a 3090 graphics card. So that you can render this stuff. I mean, we did, you know, it is 3,500 overcast. So roughly, you know, we should break out of the cloud fairly soon. Assuming the live weather is accurate as well. RTX clouds, that's what they are. On the plus side, if we get this thing landed, we're going to get paid a lot of money in on our like 120 grand. Small island next to the runway. So ForeFlight's not showing that. But then I don't have the Canadian subscription, so maybe that's it. No, I'm still on my 2080 Ti. I've not changed card. I think I'm just going to wait on the 3000 series. I don't think it's going to give me a huge upgrade over a 2080 Ti, if I'm perfectly honest. So I'm going to wait and see what the Ti cards do, you know, the 3080 Ti cards with more memory. See what they're doing, and then watch some benchmarks and either just wait for the next generation, or if the jump is good enough, I may upgrade, but I don't know. Well, I mean, that's the thing, Denova, because the game is a bit more CPU capped until they actually unleash things properly with DirectX 11, then, sorry, DirectX 12, you know, if they ever do that, that would be a significant difference, wouldn't it? Inga Drew, thank you for 6 months of Prime. I'm just watching what 4Flight's saying as well. Alright, we're past Beveb, we're heading towards Bossip, which is here. So we need to be making a right turn soon, so I need to slow right down now.
Landing here.
We've still not got rid of all the altitude yet. Kind of slightly high on profile. I can back bend. Well, we should come out of the cloud fairly soon now. But it is light rain as well, so this could be a very interesting approach. I can see the ground. It's always a good start. So we're about 10 nautical away from the airfield. And we're just coming up on our target altitude. Gonna get the gear down and slow it down a bit now. Tricky. We're nowhere near stall speed. We are nowhere near stall speed. We're fine. Yeah, this is going to be a fun approach. I would have dearly loved an RNAV right now. Right, I'm just going to go full flaps and then we can get the nose down as much as possible. We're going to have to come in as slow as we can and try and find the airfield. Because that is not great. It said 8 mile visibility. That's not 8 mile visibility. I think the system's broken. We're nowhere near stall speed. Hang on, I know what it is. Maybe need more power from the engines. This is a bit weird. Yeah, the pitot heats have never been off. Pitot heat's on. Windshield anti-ice is on. Engine anti-ice is armed. Just turned off the engine anti-ice now to get the power back. But it says that we're stalling. The power from the engines is gone. Like a maximum thrust now. And it's stalling. I don't know what's going on. You're too slow. Dude, we're in like full throttle. I'm just going to put the engine anti-ice back on. It's literally stalling, but I don't know why. Inertial separator, yeah. Oh, I just turned it off. And on, it's not making any difference. I don't know. It's behaving very strangely. Don't think we're going to be landing this plane. That was the engine trying the windshield. No, dude. Engine inertial anti-ice is on now. I think it's... There you go. I think it's just bugged out. I think it's just massively bugged out. I think it was the autopilot, potentially. We'll just fly it visually in. Yeah, I've got a feeling it may have been some kind of forced trim that was bugging it out. Let's turn the inertial set back off. I think the autopilot was trimming it incorrectly, and that was causing lots of issues.
100.
Right, let's just level off. I'm still not in visual with this thing. Looks like there's no approach lights either. Yeah, it's supposed to be 8 mile visibility and 3,500 foot overcast is what it's supposed to be. But it's not. It's quite clearly not. And the airfield's supposed to be there somewhere, but there's no approach lights either. And there's no RNAV information, so it's just maximum fun right now. There you go, there's something there. There you go, there's the runway. See if we can climb her way, way, way low. No, at least they bothered to put the airport in, which was nice. Nice day for it. In comes Mrs. Squirrel with another perfectly timed cup of tea as I'm on final in a plane that's misbehaving in the worst possible weather, and Mrs. Squirrel comes in and starts talking to me. I've said it before, dear. You have amazing timing. You have the most amazing timing of any wife ever. That helps, dear. Thank you. Oh my god, what a trip. And there's a crosswind.
Landing time not. Landed at Charlie Yankee Zulu Echo.
Oh my god. That was amazing. Looks like it's a backtrack. That plane was pretty buggy. Crash positions, these... You know what? I didn't read any of those messages. I was so utterly focused on not dying. The plane just went super weird then. Thank you for the bits, D-Storm. Mr. Roadmaster 23. Long time no see. Welcome back, sir. And thank you for the cup of tea, D-Storm. Mrs. Squirrel's brought me some cake. You know what? I was literally saying to Mrs. Squirrel, I think it was either last night or the night before. I said to her, it is a running joke in the stream that you have the most amazing timing. I said, I know there's nothing you can do about it. I said, but honestly, you wouldn't believe how good your timing is. You know, I'll have nothing to do for like 90 minutes and then you'll walk in just when it's critical. And she just did it.
Launching runway 05.
And that's why I had to let her know, because I had, you know, normally I don't mention it, but
Runway 05.
that was just unreal.
732 meters remaining.
Buana has gifted a sub to Dutch Don Juan. Thank you, Buana. Also, the throttles are stuck in a forward position, I think, weirdly. She watches the stream. This is the thing. She won't be watching the stream because, and even if she was, she wouldn't actually know when was a critical point to walk in. She just has this amazing ability to do it. Yeah, that weather was not really as described. I'm actually glad to be on the ground because that was pretty ridiculous. 3,500 overcast, I thought, yeah, it won't be so bad.
Engine off, time logged. End of flight. Registered.
You see, look, the engine audio is just completely wrong. There's this massive delay between you cutting things and the engine audio changing. It's really weird. Anyway, that should have all been turned off. That should have all been turned off. That started out as a really nice trip. And it ended as a massive disaster. And halfway, the plane went cold and dark. That was more buggy then than it's ever been. Yes, I have had to deal with marginal VFR conditions during my flight. Absolutely. It's not fun the first time you encounter it. Okay, so we should have got paid a little bit. Right, we got paid 31 grand. And you got paid 5 grand for deboarding passengers. Interesting. Meanwhile, the VA... Yeah, we had all the bugs in one go then. The VA just got a nice chunk of cash out of that. I mean, it has been footing the bill. Like, all yesterday, it was expense after expense after expense. Look. Just loads and loads, and then all of a sudden gets 113 grand. And then dishes out a chunk of cash to me, but at least it, you know, bumped the company cash flow just to a substantial boost. Is that new getting paid in Microsoft Flight Sim? No, this is On Air. You basically, On Air has this kind of system where you get paid and have a career and have a VA, and it connects to Flight Sim, so you do the flights. If you see what I mean. Cool. I need to get out of Canada. I really need to get out of Canada. I've got no charts for Canada. There was no nav aids. It was awful. I need to head back towards the States. I'm definitely going to bounce the sim. That's one thing I am going to do. And what I might do is fire up this Navigraph XE and see what it does. Do we need to install it in a particular place, do you think? Wants to install into app data. Has anybody else installed this Navigraph beta thing? Yes, you have to start cold and dark. The thing is, though, Lehagen, if you just press, like, if you start the on-air flight tracking, go into Microsoft Flight Sim on the ramp and press Control E, it will just start the plane. Mr. Venrith, I hope the Navigraph data helps. Might make me purchase Navigraph. I've had it for years, to be fair. You install the default folder, it will download and install the nav data into the community folder. All right, let's try that. Run Navigraph. Hang on, it wants me to sign in. 1 second. We need to go secret squirrel here. Allow. Okay, I think it's done its thing. So now it's saying that. Install. Installing. We promise not to share your password. Yes. It's like leaving your front door open and people in the street going, yeah, we promise not to nick your stuff. Honest. Gotta love Jaffers. Thank you for 67. Really Rubbish Gamer. Thank you for 26. Okay, it says it's installed. I take it that's all to do, right? Nothing else to do. Timmy boy, welcome back, sir. Just close that.
Welcome back.
So if I look in my community folder, Navigraph nav data. Okay, well it's put some stuff there. All right, well, I tell you what, we'll fire up Flight Sim and see if there's any like approaches all of a sudden for this airfield. Pit TC, happy anniversary. That's 4 years. Thank you, Pit, for 4 years support. I would never leave my car unlocked. That's insane. In fact, if I leave my car unlocked, I walk in the house, I get a message on my phone from my car saying you've left me unlocked. I'm not even joking. It says you've left me unlocked. Do you want me to lock? And you go, okay, and it locks. Neither at the moment, Casey. Oh no. I just hit the wrong button in Stream Deck. 1 sec. Let me close Stream Deck. Otherwise it might do wonky things. There we go. Pressed the wrong button in Stream Deck and it was going to start running a series of commands. I was like, nope, don't do that.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Right, while it's doing that, go away. While it's doing that, let's have a look at find jobs from CY ZE. We want single jobs to get out of here, basically. Wow, look at that. 200 grand? That takes us very close to our base. 381. Pennsylvania. 29 grand. I'm trying to find something that flies more or less south, but isn't like too far. So that's 462, but only pays... I don't understand the pricing of this. I suppose it's only £1,400 of stuff. How come you can never find loads of jobs that go to the same place? Like, you never find something that has some transport and then some passengers and they both want to go to the same place? That would be too easy. Well, the jobs should be there, shouldn't they? That's what real life is like. Yeah, I think we're going to have to look at possibly shorter routings, because I need to finish within the hour or so, so we can take a break and then we can do the group flight. Sort by pay. Where are you going? North. I don't really want to go north, but that pays a lot of money. What's that? Outstanding pay for weight per distance. 98,000 to fly 200 nautical miles north. That's insane. That's almost as much money as I just got. It's the wrong direction, but I can't ignore that. That's just nuts. I'm having it. That's definitely a drug run. Yeah, I agree. There's something very dodgy about this job. Expect dragons. There's something weird going on with this job. £3,700 of magazines for 98,000. It's like the boxes of magazines that have been hollowed out. There's like grenades and ammunition inside. Right, back to my company. So we go to pending jobs. Let's clear that down. CYZE. And we're going to go to CYUU. CYYU, sorry. Which is that. There is a route available. Which is a direct route. Interesting. Are there any procedures coming into CYYU? Because the weather's probably really bad. The best wind is on runway 17. So we could go on RNAV 17 via Lixo, like that. So if we can get that to load in Microsoft Flight Sim, we'll be doing well.